Hello and welcome to Blue Army TV. I'm sitting after Carlisle just beating Tranmere Rovers 2-0 away from home on Merseyside. And yeah, what a win. What a great away win. Tranmere Rovers are going to have a chance to put it right in, less than a week's time now. But it got me thinking, and leave your opinions to this in the comments. Would you rather win the league fixture or win the FA Cup fixture? Because personally for me, I put more value on the FA Cup, but I feel like I might be in the minority in that. But look, that's just a little side question. Let me know your thoughts on that. But look, Carlisle were really good today. And it was the first time in quite a long time that we've had 4 Cumbrians in the team. Paul Huntington, Owen Moxon, Taylor Charters, and Jack Ellis. All 4 of them started today. And all 4 of them were really, really good, I thought. Look, when Gibson got suspended last week, I was really worried because I thought there wasn't really a player to come in and take his position. But Paul Simpson shows a vote of confidence towards Taylor Charters. He doesn't change the formation because what I thought was going to happen was have a midfield of Owen Moxon, Jaden Harris, Callum Guy. And, you lose that creative spark that Jordan Gibson had to maybe focus a little bit more on the defensive side. But look, instead, he stuck with his system and he put Taylor Charters in as the attacking midfield role. Now, Paul Simpson this season has played him out on the left, which, was never his preferred position. He's an attacking midfielder by trade. And he came in today, and I thought he was really good. He started well. He won headers up top, which is something we've missed. Because he's quite tall. And he was winning a lot of attacking headers, and he did really well. He probably should have scored at one point, but he played really well. Paul Huntington was his usual self at the back, being absolutely solid. Owen Moxon was brilliant again. Some brilliant passes. I don't know if he got an assist, but some of his passing, some of his tackling is brilliant. He's like the Carlisle Gerrard or something like that. He's that perfect box to box player where he's got a good tackle in him, but he's also got a good pass and a good shot. He's the perfect complete midfielder, and he's tall as well. So he wins them headers in the midfield. He can tackle, shoot, cross. He can do everything, and he's our set piece taker as well. He's a really good player. And Jack Ellis didn't put a foot wrong either. All of them played well. Every single one of our Cumbrians played well today. And look, is that them all? That's them all, yeah. And obviously the big man of the match today is definitely going to have to go to Christian Dennis. It's been a few games since he scored, but he's scored his 10th for the season now. We're 17 games in. He's pretty much scoring a goal every other game, more than that in fact. But 2 goals today. One in the first minute, one in I think the 54th, 50 something anyway. And yet he played brilliantly today. The first goal was, it was a decent finish. It was right from kickoff. He probably couldn't miss it, but he was in that position to score. Some people might describe it as a tap in, but he was in the right position and he got into a good position very early from kickoff. And something you can say about Dennis, he isn't fast. So to be in that position, in the opposition box, I think 49 seconds from kickoff, he's done well. And we pushed up forward really, really well. And I don't know if it was Tranmere's kickoff. We scored from their kickoff, which I've spoke a lot about the wasted opportunity of clubs in this league, just hoofing kickoff into the opposition's half, going out of play. I know why they do it, because they want the game to be starting in the opposition's defensive third. They want to start the game there to finger territory, but it's always been a wasted opportunity in my opinion. And look, we scored from their kickoff today, which is brilliant. But yeah, we look good. The penalty came, decent penalty. I'll be honest with you, as much as I like Dennis, I didn't have much confidence in that penalty. I just had a bad feeling about it, but maybe it was just superstition because he dispatched it fairly easily, sent the keeper the wrong way. Decent penalty. But look, I think it's such a good way to bounce back from Stockport. I really wish I'd gone to this away game instead of the Stockport away game because, well, for obvious reasons, the at least the Tranmere away end as a roof. but Tranmere is a game that I've been to in the past, and it was a very hostile game, very hostile home support. I just didn't see that today on the iFollow, but yeah. Brilliant. We just look good, and it was such a good way to respond because 2 very disappointing defeats in a row now. 3 if you count the Papa John's trophy, which I personally don't, but yeah, we went to a decent side, the most informed side in the league, I think. And we were by far the better team, and we made them look amateur. And, Tranmere, they've got some good players. The one everyone's familiar with is Simeu, who was maybe at fault for our first goal. I thought at times he forgot which team he was playing for, because, he got a good allegiance with the Carlisle fans. I'm not saying he threw the game on purpose, but I think playing against a set of supporters that used to absolutely love him, I think it maybe negatively affected him today. I don't think he played very well, Simeu. He wasn't winning headers, like he would for us. He didn't look his usual self, putting in brilliant tackles. And I know he's been good for them this season. I know he's been good for Tranmere, because that's all I've heard on Twitter from the Tranmere fans, that he has played really well. But look, it's a really good way to bounce back. I'm proud of that performance. It was really good. And it's away from home, and now we've got Tranmere again in a week's time in the home fixture. We've gone away from home, and we beat them, and now we just need to beat them at home. If you value the FA Cup like I do anyways. But, yeah, everything went right today. Every single player put in a good performance. Even, there was a couple of injuries. Taylor Charters went off, but he looked okay after the game. And Callum Guy, similarly, both of them came out after the game to applaud the away fans. But that can sometimes be deceiving. They haven't had the chance to sit down and to let their legs seize up like they would if they had a genuine serious injury. But yeah, Jaden Harris comes on for Callum Guy, and Jaden Harris, he's got bits of quality. And you can see that because there's a couple of occasions where he won the ball up high up in the pitch. But there's also times where he lets the ball run past him, doesn't make a good pass. He's sometimes a little bit too slow. He's definitely one to work on, but he's definitely got attributes that can be improved on. Because his tackling game is good. He can put in a good tackle. And as the defensive midfielder, which I think Paul Simpson's trying to make him into, he's good at that. In elements and in sort of select times. But yeah, and then obviously Toby Shaw-Silva comes on for Dennis later on. Corey Whelan comes on for Taylor. And, they all look fairly good, but it's two injuries we could really do without now. But yeah, good game, good away support as well, brilliant away support. Over 1,000 again, I believe. And we're back into the playoffs. We're back into 7th. And if we win our game in hand on I think 2 of the top 3, we could go as high as 4th. That didn't make sense. I think there's quite a few teams up the top end of the table that we've got a game in hand on. And if we win, we can go into 4th place, I believe. But yeah, good day, good game, good solid bounce back win, and on to Tranmere again next Saturday at Brunton Park. It's going to be a good one. So stay tuned for that, and I hope to see you all there at Brunton Park next week. Thank you for watching. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel if you feel like you want to, and in a bit.